Go for it.
Hey, you may be expecting a Sporcle party, or perhaps that's the only other thing we do on this channel currently, but incorrect. This is Sporcle Hunt Trivia Post Show. I've been trapped. Surprise, you got Trivia Hunted. Trivia Hunt is another thing that Sporcle offers. It's like a trivia scavenger hunt. We give you these really complicated questions, and you, a team of your friend, have to answer all of them correctly in one submission. If you do that, you win $1,000. No, $500. And if you are one of the later teams to do it, then you split $1,000 with the later teams to get it. The rules are on our website. It's a lot of fun. We have another one coming up, but let me. It's on the About page if you go to sporcle.com/trivia. But why don't we now, for real, go over to Jason?
I mean, I don't know if they heard me the first time, but we'll pretend
I
like
heard you. So
you heard me. I heard you. Very excited to be here. It's been too long. We had to skip the last one because somebody had to go to Hawaii. But we're here talking 90s stuff. I cannot wait. I am a 90s kid. Darrin, were you a 90s kid? No.
I was a kid in the...
Don't even enter it.
I was a kid in the 90s. I'll just say that. I was a kid in the 90s.
Uh-huh. For like what, 5 minutes?
I was definitely a kid for at least half of the 90s.
Okay. I will begrudgingly allow this.
I'll also say I grew up in Alaska, which was like 2 years behind culturally everywhere else. So it was really like I was born in 92 instead of 94.
Okay.
So let's get into that first question there from the Trivia Hunt, number 7. We're just going to jump right into it. No, the Trivia Hunt
7, but not question number 7.
Not question number 7. Question 1 of Trivia Hunt 7.
Sure.
Here we go. Of the 7 deadly sins, one of them was the title of a game show that debuted on Fox in 1999. A UK version of that same game show debuted a couple years later with a different host. The host of that UK version made a cameo as himself in a full-length feature film released the same year that the aforementioned American version of the game show debuted. Name the film in which he made a cameo.
Okay, so I don't need to Google what the game show is. The game show is Greed.
Greed is good.
Yeah, Greed. The show was not.
Oh.
The US version, I believe, was hosted by Chuck Woolery. I might be wrong about that, but that doesn't matter. So I've got to figure out who the UK Greed host was to start this off.
Is that Chuck Lorre who created 2.5 Men and The Big Bang Theory?
Chuck Lorre. I'm talking Chuck Woolery. I type in Greed and it goes to the sin. Good job, Jason. Okay, Greed UK game show. Apparently, it was presented by Jerry Springer. That's interesting. I did not know that. Okay, so he made a cameo as himself in a full-length feature film.
Oh, I know this movie.
What was he in 1999?
I know exactly what this movie is.
If I'm thinking 1999, I mean, I could go down to his filmography, which, I mean, obviously that's the entire point. But
as himself.
As himself, yeah. Ringmaster was 98. Okay. As himself, yeah. There we go. Oh, he made a cameo appearance in Austin Powers: The Spy Who Shagged Me. That makes sense. Those movies always have those ridiculously long, like those sequences where various characters jump around, making references to male anatomy.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say. So I don't know if we're monetized how that works.
Believe the Jerry Springer reference was about Dr. Evil realizing that Scott was his son and not just a clone of him.
Oh, fair enough. I'm not going to read that whole thing though. So yeah, so it's also The Spy Who Shagged Me, which is the sequel. So
yes,
part 2. We don't talk about Goldmember.
I think Goldmember is better than Spy Who Shagged Me, but
you're wrong.
I will talk about this later. Let's see that answer. Is it Austin Powers: The Spy Who Shagged Me? It is correct. Off to a very quick start with a correct answer.
Nice.
Wow.
How long was the timer on that?
Yeah, how long? 1 minute, 40 seconds. Truly an astounding time. Let's move on to our second question of the day, which is number 4 from the Trivia Hunt. On the album, whose cover features these mesmerizing 2 eyes, which we'll see in a second, only 2 songs have 2 eyes in their title. Only one of those songs contains lyrics that contain words with two eyes. Which of these words is used the most often in that song?
Okay, so I have it open on my screen. That appears to be Madonna.
Yeah, that sure looks like Madonna.
Going crazy. So let me see Madonna discography. That doesn't. I don't like. I am not super into the Madonna catalog in terms of recognizing albums. Like I know like a Virgin what that looks like, but beyond that. So okay, well that's simple enough. It's the self-titled Madonna.
Madonna.
Okay, so two songs have two eyes in their title. Only one of these songs have lyrics that contain words with two eyes. Okay, that's an interesting thing. All right. Let me get down to the track listing. So we've got I Know It.
Oh, you know the answer?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. And Physical Attraction, which is what I feel for. No, I'm not going to finish that sentence. All right. Obviously, I don't know the lyrics to either of these songs, right. So I have Genius open. For those that do not use Genius for lyrics, you are wrong. So let me I Know It.
Good songs to pick for trivia because neither of them have dedicated Wikipedia pages, so you do have to do a little work for it.
Note Madonna. Okay. So as I'm looking, as this is loading, which of these? Okay, one of these has. I gotta read these whole lyrics. Okay. Please do not start playing. That would be bad. Don't want to get demonetized. Don't want a DMCA takedown.
Yeah, Jason, if you sing the song, it's probably okay.
Oh, yes, the song that I've literally never heard before.
It's first time for everything.
Take your love and run from me. Is this the way love's supposed to be?
Ooh.
You don't think that I can see me? Ha! But you can't fool me. As far as I can tell, it is not this song. So let me try the other one.
Okay.
Just a quick glance at the lyrics. This is going to be one of those questions where I missed something really obvious, and it's not going to be as fast as the first one.
Oh, well, we'll see. Okay,
so Physical Attraction. Which, okay, again, it's only one of these songs have lyrics that contain words with two eyes. Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry, what was that, Jason?
I said I like that somebody on our staff went through and read these. Had to have read these lyrics for this.
Yeah, our Dozers asked. Well, thank you, Jablo. So this trivia hunt happened this most recent Saturday, June 5th, 2021, and we are now going over 10 of the questions of it. And after we get through those 10, we will take some suggestions from you guys, so you can say, "Oh, go over this question," and we can go back through the list and double back. Oh, Jason has found a word.
Okay, so here's my question before I go into this. Am I meant to be answering the word that has two eyes the most often, or am I looking for the word that appears the most often? Because just looking at these lyrics, the word that appears the most often is A, as in a physical attraction, a chemical reaction. But if I'm looking for the word that has two eyes the most, it's satisfaction.
I would say it is. Which of these words is used the most in referring to words with two eyes?
Okay, so keeping that in mind, I'm going to say satisfaction.
Satisfaction. Let's lock that in and see if satisfaction leaves you feeling satisfied. What is that answer? Satisfaction. Yeah, I don't think they tried to juke you too hard on this one. This isn't.
Sure.
And that took you about 3 minutes and 45 seconds. How do you feel about that one? Is that an acceptable time for
music I've literally never heard before? Yeah. I know plenty of the songs from this album, but I do not know those two songs. Like I know Borderline, I know Lucky Star, I know Holiday.
I can, yeah. As soon as you say those titles, I can hear Madonna sing that word, which is all I can really remember from each of those songs. But someone has brought up in the chat that there's another trivia hunt coming up, and that is absolutely correct. It is going to be on June 26th. This is our 8th trivia hunt. Theme to be announced if there is a theme.
If there is a theme.
There is a theme.
Bonus point, not really. It's my anniversary that day.
You want to know something crazy, Jason? It's the day before my birthday.
Here we go.
And we forgot to announce the winner of last week's of this trivia hunt, which is
the one we're going over right now.
Shameful on our part, but how could we forget? The winner of the last trivia hunt is, of course, Slumdoge Millionaire. Just a great name for a greater team. And of course, Slumdoge Millionaire is one grand closer to being a millionaire. I'm not sure what question that is on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Is that the 5th question? The $1,000 question?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I haven't been a millionaire, nor do I.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's true. I was about to say, nor do I have any desire, but that's not true.
Yeah.
I did try out. Did not get back.
Oh, you get to hang out with Jimmy Kimmel now. That's cool. He seems nice. Yeah. Let's move on to our next question, which is number 8 from the trivia hunt. The 2019 music video that opens with this famous foot has over 1 billion views on YouTube. That song's producer is the leader of a band that played in the Warped Tour, according to its flag. And what year was the Californian city in which said band played on this tour incorporated?
Okay, I'm looking at the foot right now, and sadly enough, I don't know if it's sadly enough, but I know what that's from.
Only 90s kids know this foot.
Yes, no, it's not a 90s song. I don't know why I said 90s. I think originally we were talking 90s for this theme, or maybe 90s for, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I'm almost positive that that this is Bad Guy, the music video for Bad Guy by Billy, not William, Eilish.
Duh.
So the question is, the producer, according to Wikipedia, is Phineas O'Connell, and that is Billie Eilish's brother.
Oh.
Yes, who is a 90s kid, as you can see.
Oh yeah, 29? What's his age?
He's 23, according to Wikipedia.
That's barely a 90s kid. That's born in 98.
Yes, that's
97.
97. Okay, so the song's producer is the leader of a band that played in the Warped Tour. According to its flag, in what year was the California city in which said band played on this tour? So they only played one show on the Warped Tour? That's interesting. Okay, so Associated Acts, Billie Eilish, The Slightlies, and Tove Lo. I'm going to assume it's The Slightlies because I've never heard of them.
What was that other band?
Tove Lo?
Tove Lo? I've heard of Tove Lo.
I've heard of Tove Lo as well, but Tove Lo is a person as opposed to.
Well, there you go. I guess I haven't heard of them enough.
So I'm going to assume it's The Slightlies is the band. So The Slightlies Warped Tour. Okay, there's a Warped Tour wiki, which I did not know existed.
That's cool.
Okay, so The Slightlies played at the Pomona, California stop on June 19th.
Ah, Pomona.
So Pomona. Okay, so I need to know what year Pomona was incorporated. Let's see. Pomona, California flag. Okay, according to Google Images, they were incorporated in January of 1888. So I'm going to go with 88 and lock it in.
Let's lock that in and see if it is an acceptable answer, unlike Pomona College, which did not accept me. It is 1888.
That broke me. I don't know why.
Did I? Yes, I did apply to Pomona.
What's their mascot? They're not D1, are they?
I have no idea about any of that.
Oh, I used to know all the D1 mascots. That was like a big goal of mine was to memorize those. So.
I can understand that. I wouldn't even know where to start. A D1 is like a size of school?
Number of scholarships, size of athletic program.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So the Huskies, University of Washington, they're D1.
Our Dozier said, I wanted to see them recap the game I actually participated in. How would you... So the last trivia hunt that we did not recap was 90s themed.
Oh, that...
I would not be opposed to, after we finish up this one, maybe if anyone's feeling like they want to see some questions from that hunt be recapped.
Oh, joy. Let's go for it.
If you want to dig up a 90s trivia hunt question, please hold on to it, and we will look into it after we do our 10.
Yeah,
But,
just as a spoiler, 24 is the last question we're going to do for this. So once we go to 24 and we solicit, if you really want one of them,
if you really want one, you can copy and paste it into the chat.
We don't have that ready. So.
Because we don't have it ready. But let's move on to this next question. This is number 11 from the Trivia Hunt. Within all of the women's first names mentioned in Lou Bega's Mambo number 5, find the 2 consonants that appear the most number of times, only counting each first name once and treating uppercase and lowercase versions as the same letter. Next, find the mass number of the chemical element that bears these 2 consonants as its symbol. At the end of that number, year AD, who was the ruler of the Roman Empire?
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Like I said, I heard this question was a doozy. Darth Bob mentioned it in the chat. Okay. So, all right. Let me take this step by step.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Everybody in the car. Come on, we'll try. I don't even need the lyrics open for that part. All right. Find the 2 consonants that appear the most number of times. Okay. In the names.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. I'm just going to write it down. So we've got Angela, NGL, Pamela, EML, Sandra, Rita. As I continue, they get in sweeter. Monica, Erica. We already said Rita. We already said Sandra. Mary. Does Y count? That doesn't matter. Jessica. A little bit of you makes me your man. Let me just make sure there's no other names that pop up. Trumpet. No, it's everybody. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. 3 C's. This is compelling television right now. 2 L's. 3 R's. 3 S's.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3 N's. 3 M's. Wait, did I miss an R? I might have missed an R. No, I didn't. 1, 2, 3. No, 4 R's. Okay, so 4 R's. 1 T, 1 T, and 1 J. I feel like I messed up somewhere in this already. Only counting each first name once and treating uppercase. Okay, next find the mass number of them. Okay, so it's R. Huh. Okay, well, let me think about this because I'm going to approach this a different way.
Okay.
So the chemical element that bears these 2 consonants as a symbol. So knowing that one of them has to be R, I'm going to look at the other options. We've got CR. We've got SR.
Mm-hmm.
We have RN. And we have, is MR a chemical?
Magnesium?
No, that's not. Yeah, thank you. Sure.
Yeah,
okay, so it's one of 3 possibilities. Okay. Let me just, this is so, why am I 1, 2, 3?
4, 5, everybody.
Shut up. 3 S's. Did I miss a C? Is that what's going on here? 1, 2. No. Did I miss a name? That's the other question. Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. Huh.
Yeah, Jason seems a little stumped on this one.
1.
And he's been very much unstumpable throughout all of these. I don't know if he's ever really submitted a wrong answer.
I have not.
Which he hasn't. He hasn't yet. Usually we give him enough time to find the right one as well. But this one is... He's in his furrowed brow writing zone. A little... Yeah, if I could draw on the screen, I would definitely be drawing circles around the names.
Oh, I forgot to write down Tina. That's what.
Oh, Tina! Always forgetting Tina.
All right, Tina, come get your ham. Okay, so it's T. R and T. Wait, RT. That's not a damn element, is it?
Ruthenium.
Ruthenium. Full elements. Am I going crazy? I mean, I might be, but to be real,
It's always a possibility.
HAGLIBEBCNOFNENGALSIPS ARKCA. RT or TR.
Tritanium.
Oh no! I'm being dumb. All right, It's N. That's okay. So it's RN. Radon.
Radon, discovered by Marie Curie in 1911.
Yes. Back to the question. Find the mass number of the chemical element. Okay. So the atomic number is 86, but that's not the mass number.
Mm-hmm.
Mass number is, according to Wikipedia, 222. What the heck is the difference? Oh, the difference is the number of protons and neutrons. Anyway, okay, so 222. So I need to get to a list of Roman emperors. I'm going to scroll on down. Wow, they went through a lot of them. In
Polonium, Elagabium, Macrinium.
Okay, so I have two at the end of that year. So at the end of 222, it was Severus Alexander, aka Marcus Aurelius Severus Alexander.
One of the many Marcus Aureliuses. So let's see if Severus Alexander is in fact that emperor that we are looking for based on the weight, atomic mass. It's Marcus Aurelius Severus Alexander.
That one almost got me. That was
named after one of the bravest wizards I've ever known. It took you a minute. Peter, what was our time on that one? Well, here it in my ear. It was just over 6 minutes. Woof.
I don't think that's my longest question ever. There was one in the first one or two trivia hunts that took me like a solid 15 minutes.
Yeah, there was definitely one that took you more than 10. But for that one having music, grammar, science, and history all mixed into it.
That's a great question. I don't know who wrote that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done. Good question. And also another one of the biggest Slytherin bullies ever. That's right, Aurelius is a very famous Slytherin bully. Let's move on to the next question, which is number 13 from the Trivia Hunt. The young man asking President Bill Clinton a question in this video went on in life to become very successful in Hollywood. He shares his birth date, month, day, and year with a Hollywood actress who is probably best known for playing a character named Julie in a 1997 film and its sequel in 1998. Name that actress. Oh, interesting. Here's the clip.
Able to pay child support.
And you have about 30 seconds, Mr. President.
And there's no sound.
Willing, we can have much tougher child support enforcement.
Okay.
I feel very strongly about it, and I've got a good program to strengthen it. If not able, and the mother is working and taking care of the kids, I think the tax system should actually give the mother money back.
See, Billy Clinton.
I think any parent that's working 40 hours a week with children in the home should not live in poverty. I think we should change the tax system so that people who work with children should be lifted out of poverty.
That's a good question, Jordan. In fact, you know where you can watch for something next year in the confirmation hearings for your new Attorney General.
That makes sense.
That's right.
Because she has quite a reputation in Florida on that particular subject. We could go.
All right, Jason. Any thoughts on who that young man could be? And I'm not talking about Bill Clinton.
I feel like that might have been Jordan Peele.
It did look like him, yeah.
I'm going to flex on this and go for it because I think I know the answer.
All right.
Without anything else. So, as somebody who was born before you, I grew up in the 90s.
In the dark ages, yeah.
I remember the 1990s, and I particularly remember the late 1990s.
Right on.
Being a full 10 years older than you.
Yeah, radical.
One of my favorite movies, and by favorite I mean it's hot garbage, but I did like it at the time, was I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh.
Which, came out in 1997, and the lead character was named Julie. And there was a terrible sequel called I Still Know What You Did Last Summer that came out a year later. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it's Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. Let's lock it in.
Take a stab in the dark here.
Jennifer Love Hewitt of Ghost Whisperer fame. It is Jennifer Love Hewitt. Great job. I had no idea she had the exact same birthday as Jordan Peele.
I didn't either.
We can assume was in that clip. I don't know if...
Let's find out. Jordan Peele was born February 21st, 1979. Mm-hmm. And Jennifer Love Hewitt was born February 21st, 1979.
There it is. There it is. They must be soul bonded in some way, because that's how that works.
Yes.
There was a third one. Yeah. A great comment from Exodia Finder. There was a third one made called I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, which almost sounds like a rom-com.
Oh, yeah. What do you know?
Oh,
that came
wow.
out in 2006 and did not have, it does not appear to have had anybody.
One of those sequels.
Yeah, one of those.
So Greg, you're asking if we can do question 25. After we get through our 10 that we're slated to go through, ending with question 24, we will be going to Jay Blow has requested a question from the 90s pack, which was, sorry, Darth Bob has requested a question from the 90s Trivia Hunt last month. So we will be doing that one first, followed by question 25 from this most recent Trivia Hunt, because that's how this works.
25 is enormous, isn't it? Isn't it?
Well, maybe not 25. It is enormous.
We'll look at it.
Have enough time.
We'll look at it. I'll have a panic attack, and then we'll decide.
Yeah. We'll give Jason a quick panic attack, and then we'll see what's going on. And just to remind folks, there is another Trivia Hunt coming up. If you would like to buy tickets for it, you can do that now at sporcle.com/Trivia Hunt. It is going to be on June 26th of this year, 2021, at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Because otherwise it would be 11 p.m. Eastern time, and that's no fun for some folks. And of course, this is the Trivia Hunt post show where we go over the most recent Trivia Hunt and just kind of, go through some of the questions, get the general vibes, show you how a seasoned trivia hound like Jason Sterlacki here could go through and solve them, and give you some tips and tricks for how to do future trivia hunts. So Jason, with that last question, you definitely had an advantage knowing that Jennifer Love Hewitt was in those movies.
I don't recommend doing that for the actual submit. Always check your work, boys and girls. Just like school. Always check your work.
Yeah, and just like we did here, we double checked even after we saw the correct answer that they had the same birthday, which was sort of the jump that was made. But for now, we're going to move on to the next question, which is number 16 from the Trivia Hunt. What surname is shared by all of the following? A current mayor of one of the USA's 30 largest cities by population, a basketball star whose first career college game was played against Eastern Michigan University, someone who has provided backup vocals for Carly Simon, an actor who played the title role in a 90s sitcom. Jason, what's the mascot for Eastern Michigan University?
Oh, that's a good question. They are the Eagles.
I'm going to double check you on that.
Rather than working on this question. Yes, they are the Eagles. All right. I have some, I don't even know where to begin with this. All right, let me see. List of U.S. mayors. List of current U.S. mayors. There we go. Oh, Ballotpedia, thank you. List of the current mayors of the top 100, but I only looked at the top 30. Okay. Am I a Jersey City voter? No, I am not. Okay. So we've got Goodman, Wheeler, Fisher, Holt, Scott, Cooper, G. I mean, I could just go through this list and see if there's...
Jenny Durkin's in there, our great mayor of Seattle.
That sounded a little sarcastic. The left at the end there.
Sorry, this isn't a political show. That's for Sporcle Party After Hours.
Eric Garcetti, Bill de Blasio. Obviously, there's a de Blasio. Now, first name that jumped out to me is Lenny Curry, the mayor of Jacksonville. But that's only because basketball star, Steph Curry, or possibly his brother, Seth Curry, or maybe even his father, Del Curry.
Hmm.
But obviously, it could be anything.
Cousin Tim Curry.
Could also be Tim Curry.
The English actor.
As you mentioned that, it's crossed my mind that Tim Curry may have provided backup vocals for Carly Simon, but I don't know about that. And the actor who played a title role in a 90s sitcom could be, oh God, what the hell was his name? Mr. Cooper, Mark Curry.
Oh.
But I don't want to lock that in.
Yeah, let's do some double checking.
Yes. So let me see. Steph Curry, college basketball stats. Let's see. He played for Davidson. That's right. No, that doesn't help. Okay, so Davidson's first game was against Eastern. Okay, it's got to be. It's got to be. Got to be.
Locking it in. What is that surname? Let's bring it up. Well, it's a spicy answer indeed. This is a Curry is the correct answer to this question. I'm really pushing the jokes on the reveals, and I'm having a great time doing it. That one was another
Tim Curry. Now I'm gonna look into that one because.
Yeah, so you did get that one relatively quickly. You definitely took the approach that I think I would have, which is just look through the names until you see one that makes you think of famous people.
Yeah.
Steph Curry definitely is one of the bigger names in basketball right now, so that was definitely an advantage.
Tim Curry did do backing vocals on one of Carly Simon's albums, apparently. Spy.
Wow. That's a deep cut.
Yeah,
I would definitely not... I definitely don't think of backing vocals when I think of Tim Curry.
He's just a sweet transvestite.
That's true, except for Rocky Horror, of course.
Oh, I mean, those aren't backing vocals.
Well, I mean, that's the only thing I associate him with singing with that and nothing else, I suppose.
Oh, you need to see Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest to them.
Oh, he does play the voice, the villain.
Smog monster whose name I do not know, and I hope that's not a later question.
Oh, well, that would maybe be in the 90s pack. That was a 90s movie, I think.
It was.
But
birthday watching in school.
On that note, let's move on to another sports question, number 19 from the Trivia Hunt. How many NCAA Division I men's or women's basketball championship finals have been held in the U.S. states whose flag only used two colors? Another D1 question. Or not another, but one relevant to something we talked about earlier.
Okay, so before we jump into that part, I got to actually look at my state flags and figure out which ones are.
Gotta look at the state flags.
No, because I mean, honestly, it's a waste of time to go through the rest of it first.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Alabama.
And Alaska. Considered a color, just a fun note for you.
Why wouldn't it be considered a color?
It's a combination of all colors. I think black is the more controversial one. Producer Peter.
Whatever. That's neither here nor there. I'm not getting into that right now. That's absurd. Okay. So, Alabama is red and white. Alaska's blue and yellow. Arizona's out. Arkansas's out. California's out. Colorado's out. Connecticut has way too many damn colors. Delaware's out. Florida's out. Georgia is out. Hawaii is out. Idaho, no. Illinois, no. Indiana, so that's 3 states that have 2 colors. Oh, Maryland, you're so crazy.
I love the Maryland flag.
I do too. It's just it's wild.
Yeah.
Nebraska, no. Are we going to count Nebraska? I doubt there's been an NCAA final. No,
that looks like 3 colors. Yeah, 4 colors even.
I doubt there's been an NCAA final there anyway. New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico is 2 colors.
Perfect. Best flag, New Mexico.
New Mexico's up there. I think so. If you ask me, what are the top tier ones? It's New Mexico, Arizona, Maryland, Alaska. I like Ohio, even though it's not shaped right. Oregon is in there for 2 colors. Rhode Island, no. South Carolina has 2 colors. South Dakota, no. That's 3. Tennessee, no. Texas, no. Utah, no. Vermont, no. Virginia, no. Washington, no. West Virginia, no. Wyoming. The Utah commemorative flag. That's very nice.
Is that a beehive?
Yes, Utah. They got this whole thing with bees. It's weird. Okay, so NCAA Division I men's basketball tournament. We're looking for the final malls, not winners, venues, host cities. There we go. Okay. So I suppose I'm going to just cross-check this. Weird. I would have thought Indiana would be very high up here on this list, just looking at it. Okay, so Portland hosted one. I'm assuming that's Portland, Oregon, and not Maine. It is.
Mm-hmm.
One. The answer is at least one. Greensboro, North Carolina. No, North Carolina wasn't on there. San Diego, Philadelphia, Atlanta, St. Louis, Salt Lake City, Indiana. There we go. There's Indianapolis. Indiana. Yeah. New Orleans. Albuquerque. Wow. New Mexico. Look at you. New Orleans, Kansas City, Seattle, Denver, Indianapolis again. Minneapolis, New Orleans. For those of you who do not watch college basketball, first of all, shame on you. But second of all, the NCAA headquarters are in Indianapolis, so they get a lot of preferential treatment.
That does make sense because it seems to be popping up quite a bit.
Yeah. Indianapolis again.
Yeah, just on that page right now, I can see it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. So just keep checking these off. Indianapolis again. While I count out my Indianapolises,
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure I don't miss any others. Portland got it again in 2019 for some reason. Phoenix, Minneapolis, Indianapolis again. We're not counting future ones, I'm assuming, so 2026 is probably out.
I would assume no, because those have not happened yet.
And we'll go to the women's tournament as well, since it says both. Oops. I'll delete the whole URL. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. That's not what I need.
Here's the scavenger hunt part of the trivia hunt. It's just really digging around for this info.
Final 4 locations. Okay, yay, this is much. No! Ugh. The SVG had it in small. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, Jason, don't forget that this is. We're at 5 minutes, so 5 minutes now.
I actually, let me just add this up. I think I got it. Not as many as I would have thought for women for Indiana. So I'm going to say 11, 13.
All right, 13. Final answer. Let's see if that's correct. And
I hope I didn't miss one.
It looks like today is your lucky day, in fact, Jason, because you got 13. How did that break down city-wise?
Indianapolis got, I think, 11.
Mm-hmm.
I may have missed one of those. And then Portland and then got 1, and Albuquerque got 1.
That is exactly correct. Looking at our behind-the-scenes info, that is exactly the breakdown. So you got them all. How did you feel about that one? Did your NCAA knowledge pay off at all?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Well, there you go, folks.
No.
You don't need to know anything about college basketball to get a question right about college basketball, and I think that's the greatest gift we can give anyone.
Watch more college basketball.
Because I certainly don't know anything about college basketball. And hey, there it is. You got the question right. It didn't help you at all.
Nope, not at all.
And of course, fun fact from Exodia Finder: Utah's population is nothing but Mormons and bees.
It's true.
That requires some fact checking. Maybe we'll have our researchers look into that one a little bit. But why don't we move on to our next question, which we only have 3 left in this, let's quote unquote regular round. So hold on to those, or get those questions ready if there's any you want us to check out. Who is the only real life person to appear as a character in 2 different musicals that have both won a Tony Award for Best Musical? Interesting.
I have a guess already, but I want to quickly confirm this.
Yes, I also have a guess. I feel like we're probably thinking of similar thoughts.
I just want to make sure that one of the 2, I know one of them definitely won Best Musical.
Mm-hmm.
When would that be? That'd be in the 70s, I think. Yep. Okay. So 1776 won Best Musical. Thomas Jefferson.
All right. 30 seconds in, and Jason is guessing Thomas Jefferson. Let's see if that's correct. Well, you certainly did not miss this one. It is Thomas Jefferson.
Fun fact: 1776 is a banger of a musical.
I've heard good things about it. It's a little. Maybe someday we'll have like a double feature of like you can go see 1776 and then you can immediately go see Hamilton, some kind of special Broadway double feature.
Oh, I would just send my DVD of the movie version.
Oh, that works as well. I've never seen it.
It's solid. Sit down, John. Speaking of which, because I know somebody's probably going to bring it up, John Adams, of course, is a major character in 1776, played by Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World.
Oh, Feeney.
Whose name escapes me, but he's not in Hamilton. He only is mentioned. They call him a fat mother effer, but I don't think he's ever actually on screen.
Yeah, he's not. And King George refers to him as that little man who spoke to me.
That's right.
From what I've read about Hamilton, he wanted to include some of John Adams, and he really wanted Ben Franklin in it, Lin-Manuel Miranda, but he just was like, there are too many characters in this that are becoming too tangential. Like, both of those guys really didn't have too much to do with Hamilton's
No, not at all.
life.
Franklin especially. Franklin died in like 1790.
Something like, 89 or 90. That's what I was thinking. Fun for historical revolutionary times, but not, you got to keep it under 3 hours.
Yeah. As I'm looking, I was thinking for a split second, maybe it was possible that like Fiorello LaGuardia was in Annie, but apparently not, as I'm just looking right now.
Is that a relation to the New York LaGuardias?
Yes, he was the mayor of New York during the Great Depression.
That was his first name. Got it.
Yes, Fiorello, and he was in 1960. Fiorello won Best Musical, tied with The Sound of Music.
Wow.
So I was like, which is funny because I've never ever heard a song from Fiorello.
I can't wait to see what current historical figures will have musicals about in the next few years.
Yeah, totally. That lady on Twitter who just got banned, the vaccine lady, hot fire.
Yeah, we'll get the sequel to Fiorello, which is Fiorina for Carly Fiorina.
There we go. De Blasio. The
De Blasio.
Oh boy.
Let's move on to our second to last question of our sort of go through of this last trivia hunt. Question 23. The white gravesite pictured next was prepaid by an actor/actress who is still alive. It's in a cemetery in a major city, but the cemetery shares its name with another major U.S. city. In 1987, film, which was a remake of a play, was set in that city, the one the cemetery is named after, not located in. The film starred an actor who appeared in a different film from the 90s with the actor who pre-purchased the gravesite. Name that 90s film. And Jason has a picture up, so we're going to take a look at that. Oh, I actually know about this pyramid because
I think I do too.
My friends have a podcast called Anything Bones, and they recently did a whole cemetery breakdown, sort of in the style of 4 weddings, but it was 4 cemeteries. And they talked extensively about this pyramid.
So I think I can't do Google image search anyway, which is because this is a slide from from Google Drive, and it's not letting me right click. I could download it, but I'm not going to because I think I also know whose grave it is. I'm 90% sure it's Nicolas Cage's. Even though he's not dead, as it says, it was prepaid. Regardless, I can using that assumption to start. Again, not entirely sure. It's definitely New Orleans, because that's what New Orleans graves look like. They don't bury in the ground
because of the low sea level, high sea level.
Because it's below the city.
Yes. The city is below sea level, so they don't bury their bodies.
Yes, thank you. Yes. So with that in mind, the cemetery shares its name with another major U.S. city. Okay. So that I don't know. The cemeteries in New Orleans. Okay. So we've got St. Louis.
I see a big white pyramid right off the bat.
Yeah. Hey, that'll work out. Let me see that photo. That works out in my favor. Omnia ab Unc. That doesn't help. Regardless, that's St. Louis. Okay, so a 1987 film, which was a remake of a play, was set in that city. The one the cemetery is named after, not located. So I'm looking for a play set in St. Louis that was made into a 1987 film. Was there a remake of Meet Me in St. Louis? No. Okay. Well, maybe it doesn't. It doesn't say the title though.
Omnia ad unum translates to. Oh, I literally saw it and forgot it. All things to one. So a pretty generic Latin phrase for old Nicky Cage there.
The world is not enough. That's.
Is Face Off based off a play?
Yeah. That'd be amazing. Let me see. Plays set in St. Louis.
That would be a great musical. Honestly, Face Off the musical, I would love to see that.
So we've got Big River. We got 5th of July, which I've never heard of. We've got The Glass Menagerie. We've got A Lovely Sunday for Creve Coeur.
Ooh, Creve.
We've got Meet Me in St. Louis, or St. Louis, as they call it. The whatever that is, The Rhymers of Eldritch, which sounds like H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah.
Tally and Son and Tally's Folly. Big River came out in... Let me just go through this. Big River came out in 1985, but it says it was a remake of a play. So is there a film version of Big River? Nope. Big River's pretty good. I'll just go through all these. 5th of July, Lanford Wilson. Does not look like there's a film version of that. There is actually, IMDb.
Ooh, sorry for that. Anyone who just...
This come out? This came out in something. I don't know. It doesn't even tell me. Oh, it's a TV episode though, so it doesn't matter. The Glass Menagerie. Good play. Let's see.
Tennessee Williams classic.
Film adaptations. 1987. There we go. A second adaptation was released, directed by Paul Newman, and starring Joanne Woodward, Karen Allen, John Malkovich, and James. Oh, okay. That's all I need.
Starting to fall into place.
Yes. Okay. So if I'm correct in the Nicolas Cage assumption, and again, might not be, he starred in Con Air with John Malkovich. So I'm going to say Con Air.
All right, let's see if Con Air at 3 minutes and 55 seconds is the correct answer to question 23. It is in fact Con Air. That, I mean, I'm just hoping to get those beautiful cage locks soon enough. That gif of as he steps off the plane and tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. He's got the worst accent I've ever heard in that movie. I love it.
He really does.
But yeah, how would you have, if you didn't recognize that grave immediately, what would you have done to sort of go for it?
Google White Pyramids in New Orleans or
White
something. I don't
Pyramids
know.
and White Pyramid graveyard celebrity, see what comes up. Because that's not too big of a jump to have to make. I feel like there can't be that many pre-purchased White Pyramids by actors.
Oh yeah, look at this. I typed in White Pyramids in New Orleans and it said Nicolas Cage's Pyramid Tube. It's the very first response, or the very first result.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah, glad I listened to that podcast episode so that I was able to follow along with you. Yeah, so we've got, in case you're just joining us, this is the Trivia Hunt post show where we sort of break down a selection of questions from the most recent Trivia Hunt, a real event that you can participate in, hosted by Sporcle, where you and as many of your friends as you want can do a trivia scavenger hunt of sorts and try to win some serious money. I'm talking $500 if you win, and then $1,000 split among the teams that win after 3 hours after the game starts. Very easy to win some cash on this, as long as you are thorough and follow the tips and tricks that we're showing you here. And we're about to go to our last question from the Trivia Hunt our last pre-selected one before we go through some other questions from maybe a prior Trivia Hunt or this most recent one. But let's go on to question 24. Of the real animals Merlin and Mim turn into in Disney's The Sword and the Stone, two don't have spines. Both of those animal types appear in the titles of the books of a deceased author. One of those books mentions a calendar month on its first page. Who is the first recipient of the Randolph Caldecott Medal born in that month?
Oh, God. All right. Okay.
So we got Sword in the Stone, based off Once and Future King.
The Sword in the Stone, Animal, or let me go Wizard Duel. There we go.
Fun little fact I know is the sort of animation supervisor on this movie designed Merlin's nose off Walt Disney's nose.
That's good to know. I didn't know that. Let me just see if I can get just like a list of the animals without having to turn on video. No, that doesn't help. Oh, here we go. So we've got...
What's this website you're on?
It appears to be some fandom website, a Wikia page.
Fandom.wiki.
I don't know which one. Although it looks like it's like... looks like Paddington. I have no idea what's going on here. This might actually... You know what? This looks like it's a recut. I don't know if I can trust it. Did Merlin cheat in the Wizard Duel?
Absolutely. Merlin always cheats. That's his whole deal.
It has been such a long time since I've seen this movie. Let me just get like a list of the animals. Okay, the Disney Wiki. Here we go. Mad Madam Mim. Where on earth? I know one of the rules is they can't take on the forms of fake animals. So Dragon was against the rules, so she breaks the rules too. Okay, so she turns into a cat, a crocodile, a fox, a chicken, an elephant, a tiger, a snake, and a rhino. All of those, to the best of my knowledge, have spines.
They're all vertebrates.
Yes. So let me see if I can get, you know what, let me go back here and let me go to Merlin. And let's see what he shapeshifts into. I have not watched this movie in forever. Okay, here we go. He turns into a turtle, a rabbit, a caterpillar. Okay, that's one. And I think I already know what it is in terms of the author.
In the news recently.
A crab, that's also invertebrate, and a goat. So, okay, caterpillar and crab. Deceased author, Eric Carle, just passed away. He wrote The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
And welcome to Crab Chat, by the way.
Crab Talk! Let me just see if Eric Carle wrote a book with crab in the title, because I don't...
The Very Pinchy Crab.
Selected works. There's Ladybug. No, that doesn't help. He wrote over 70 books, Wikipedia. Give me all of them. Eric Carle book list. We got Caterpillar. We've got... We have Crab? House for Hermit Crab.
Hey, that's a crab.
That's a crab. I'm going to count it.
Quick crab answer, Chino.
So it's either... okay, so one of the books mentions a calendar month on its first page. I have The Very Hungry Caterpillar in my son's room, I think, but I don't remember them mentioning a month on the first, it's just like one day, this caterpillar woke up and was really hungry.
So hungry.
So hungry.
So hungry caterpillar.
Okay, so House for Hermit Crab. Some of the pages have a lot of text. Let's see. Accessible preview. Let me mute this.
Yeah, see if we can get some closed captions on that.
What am I watching?
I don't know, Jason. What are you watching? Is that an ad or is this a...
I have ads turned off right now because God only knows what'll come up. Here we go. Here's a Hermit Crab. Time to one day in January. Thank you, Crab. Okay. Caldecott Medal. Caldecott Medal is, of course, for picture books for kids.
So relevant.
Yes, I used to be an English teacher. I should know this.
There you go.
I didn't teach kids this little, but still. Okay, so the first recipient born in January. I guess I'm going to go through and just click on some names. Nope.
Tommy Handforth? No.
Good old Tommy Handforth. Nope and nope.
Lawson.
Nope. This is going to be fun. I'm just going to sit here clicking.
Bukowski. Lee Burton.
Exodia Finder, I completely agree. Fandom websites are usually hot garbage. Occasionally you'll come across one that's really good. The MCU fandom page is pretty good. There are some pro wrestling fandom pages. I mean, anybody who knows me knows I love my pro wrestling. There's some good ones there.
Oh, nope, that was died in January.
December. Yeah,
I jumped the gun on that one.
I'm glancing and just moving on. Berta and Elmer, nope and nope. Leo Politti, was nobody born in January? Watch it be like 2017 or something. Catherine Milhouse, born November 27th.
Oh, everything's not coming up Millhouse, unfortunately.
September. Lind Ward was born in June.
June 26th, that's your anniversary.
That's right. Ludwig Vilhelmina, nope.
I mean, I guess maybe more relevant in the moment is June 26th is also the next Sporcle trivia hunt. But, I mean, that's what I'll be celebrating.
We got Robert McCloskey. Is this for real? Did I... Oh my goodness.
You got a lot of years left.
Died in January. So there's this running theory in hockey that nobody is born in a certain month because that's when the cutoff is, and everybody who plays professional hockey just doesn't. Maurice Sendak, RIP, just doesn't play hockey because they just missed the cutoff. Maybe this is the case here. Maybe there's some like children's illustrator thing. Is this like a trick question that?
I don't believe so. It is, you're looking for the first recipient of the medal born in that month. I will say I have seen the name on the list, but I've only that you're looking at, but I've only seen them as a nominee. So somewhere in there they have one. Because I do know what the answer is. Oh yeah, I see it. You're getting close.
Oh yeah, okay.
There you go. I
Blair
just didn't.
Lent.
He would have found it eventually. I just didn't want to think he was.
Is it Blair Lent?
Blair Lent.
Who sometimes it is Ernest Small. Did we accept Ernest Small?
Well, let's see what that answer is, because it's whatever. It's
Yeah,
Blair Lent.
watch it be like somebody in the very first line, and I just missed it.
Well, there it is. Blair Lent is the answer to the 24th question.
Nice. The streak continues.
The streak continues. Jason is unbeatable. And with that, we are done with our regular set of questions. So how do you feel about these, this smattering of questions from the Trivia Hunt, Jason?
I'm glad Blair Lent finally got her due. Is it her? No, his due.
His
Blair
dues.
Blair Lent finally got his due in a trivia question.
Mm-hmm.
It's about
Too long
time.
ignored.
Too long.
Now, it's only 4 o'clock my time. What do you say we go for at least that one 90s question?
Sure.
Which I will bring up. But let me see. It was the... Question 24 on the 90s pack. I have already got it pulled up. So, Jason, you will be receiving the text, but I'm going to read it out loud now. And it is... I already forgot. Wow, I can say the number, but then I forget what it is. What number was it, Peter? 24. Question 24 is 6 different logos used by 6 different companies were used to make this somewhat awkward-looking ransom note. Name any one of the 6 companies.
Okay, let me bring this up to my screen. I have multiple windows open, so hold on.
So worth noting that this is not a real ransom note. This is a ransom note compiled by Sporcle to show off these 90s brands letters.
Huh.
So all you have to do is name one of the letters used in this.
Oh, well, one of the letters is S.
Well, sorry, name the brand that uses one of those specific letters.
Darn. Wow. Okay, I don't even know where to begin with this. Let me see if I can...
Yes, I have the answers pulled up.
Huh. I'm trying to reverse image search this to see if I can get like a leg up on this, and I cannot. So I got to figure out how I'm going to attack this one. None of these logos jumps out at me.
Well, I think it's important to keep in mind that this is the 90s pack.
That's true.
So because this is just the question, you can assume that these are 90s logos.
I don't even know where to begin with this.
A little stumped right off the bat.
I mean, That S looks really familiar, though.
Doesn't it? I'll give you a little hint, Jason, at least.
No, I don't want a hint.
Then I will not give you a little hint.
I don't want any hints. I have to stare at the screen. Although what's funny that you say, doesn't it? That P looks familiar too. And,
Interesting.
And there was, so when I was a kid, my parents used to shop at a shoe place called Payless Shoes. And their slogan was, "Doesn't it feel good to pay less?" Which is why saying "doesn't it" is really funny there. Was that a hint?
Peter said it first and I just repeated him. So Peter, was it a hint?
Peter will not confirm or deny. Okay.
That means it probably was.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to count that then. Let me just, you know what? I'm gonna quickly just see Payless Shoes 90s logo. Oh, that's absolutely the P.
That's amazing. Peter gave an unintentional hint. So, I mean, Peter, I think you Slumdog Millionaired him. You just gave him the exact clue he needed to remember a deep.
Oh, you know what? Okay. So here's the thing. So now that I've seen that, and we're only looking for one, right?
Yeah, you only need one.
I'm not going to count that one, like I said.
Yeah.
The fact. Okay, so it never appears on a white background, though. It always appeared on like a brown or a black background. So I know where I know that S from then. That's the Blockbuster Video logo.
That is 100% correct. It is in fact the Blockbuster S.
Yes.
Would you like to hear what the rest of those letters are from?
Sure. I have no idea on the O, so for sure.
So I believe this will be in order. So the S is from Blockbuster. The P from Payless. The O is from KB Toys. So that would be.
Oh my goodness, that's nostalgia right there. Yeah. Okay.
And then the the R would be Circuit City, the older logo.
Sure, I can see that. Yeah.
And then the the CL is from Claire's.
The place where everybody would get their ears pierced. Yeah.
And then the last E is from Limited 2, with there being a note that.
Let me guess. The Limited itself wasn't accepted. It had to be Limited 2.
Yeah. Oh, there's a note that Rockstar Games was also accepted.
Well, you know what? I would have suggested that for the R, but you said 90s, and in the 90s, Rockstar was DMA Design, I think was their name. So I didn't. I immediately cut because I thought, oh, that looks like the Rockstar R.
It does, yeah.
That's fun. That's I like that.
So Rockstar was the only exception made to that because it does look a lot like the Rockstar R.
Yeah, it does. That's right in the feels too.
But yeah, there you go. That's number 24 from the 90s pack. I keep saying pack like it's Sporcle Party.
It's like a Sporcle Party.
Because we do play Sporcle Party on stream Tuesdays and Wednesdays at noon Western Pacific time. The Western Pacific, which I guess is technically China. So no, Pacific time. 12 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesdays and 3 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesdays. You get to see Peter. It is 4 p.m. Pacific time. I get a little. My time zone.
On Wednesdays, it's 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern.
There we go.
For your time zone.
So if you are interested in watching Peter, the unseen, unheard producer right now, play some Sporcle Party packs, join in, and we'll be doing that tomorrow.
Or if you want to listen to me in chat and not see me on camera.
Yeah, same. Honestly, same. Yeah. We're just okay. So
question 25 is like a monster, isn't it? It's
we'll do this. Oof. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. So this is a
let me bring it up.
Part question that we will be going through. This is question 25 from the most recent trivia hunt that happened on this last Saturday.
On camera, I'll be here all night.
But we will have the answers on hand. So if it becomes a little too, this could be a sort of how do you find the answer rather than watching you find the answer.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good way to do this.
So, why don't we, rather than just, how about I read it out part by part?
Yeah, let's do it that way.
So, with the arrival of June, that means summer is almost here. And who doesn't love a good summer road trip? Our road trip is a bit complex. Tell us where it ends. So, we're going to start with stop number 1. Easy enough. We're starting in the most populous city in the U.S.
Okay, I don't need to look that part up. That's New York.
That's correct. Stop number 2. From there, we jump on the Amtrak. We take the only Amtrak train in the Northeast U.S. whose name is one long word, 10 letters long, and begins with a vowel.
That's the Adirondack. I rode a lot of Amtrak when I was in college.
That is correct. And do you know where you're writing it to?
No, not off the top of my head. So let me look that up. The Adirondack traveled between New York and Montreal, Quebec.
Montreal is correct.
Okay.
So the city in stop number 2 is home to one Big Four professional sports team. We decide to head to the most populous city in North Carolina that has the same first 2 letters as that sports team. For example, if it was the Seattle Mariners, we'd be going to the most populous city starting in with MA for Mariners.
In North Carolina. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
So list of North Carolina cities.
And what's that sports team?
Canadiens.
Mm.
Wait, we're in Montreal, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'm looking. So Cary, Cary, Cary.
Cary is correct. Cary, North Carolina. All right. So
I see potential for confusion here because the Canadians are nicknamed the Habs in French, and a lot of people call them that. But regardless, we're in Cary.
Yeah, Cary, North Carolina. Stop number 4. We head due west on foot for less than 20 miles until we arrive at a nearly 14,000-acre lake reservoir. Note the lake's name.
Okay, I'm going into Google Maps. No one needs to see where I live. It's the one thing I hate about.
We're not trying to dox Jason.
Okay, so Cary, North Carolina. Okay, so how far was it? I'm sorry?
220? It was 200. It was less than 20 miles due west.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest then that is it Jordan Lake?
The answer is Jordan.
Okay, Jordan. Got
it. Stop 5. We head to the hometown of a female singer who has the same name as the lake in stop number 4. Jordan. Though spelled slightly differently. Jordan. The singer's first top 10 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 opens with the lyrics, "No matter."
Oh, that's Jordan Sparks. So that song is what is the name of that song? Is that no matter? Oh my God, Jordan Sparks, who was born in Glendale, Arizona. Well, we're looking for hometown. You said
hometown of a female singer. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say Glendale.
Yes, Glendale or Phoenix are both accepted.
Okay.
Because perhaps
no matter what.
Right, so Glendale / Phoenix. Stop number 6. There was only one state to border the state in stop 5 whose electoral votes were awarded to a different candidate in the 2020 election. You head to the capital of that other state.
Salt Lake City.
That's correct. The city in stop 6 has hosted at least one season of The Real Housewives on Bravo. You head to the city who debuted their season the closest in time to the stop 6 city's season.
I'm sorry, what? Say that again?
The city in stop number 6, Salt Lake City, has hosted at least one season of The Real Housewives on Bravo. You head to the city who debuted their season the closest in time to Salt Lake City's season.
So Dallas.
Yes.
I have it open.
That helps. All right.
Wait. Hold on. Let me double check that because there's also, technically there's also international installments of Housewives. So we could be going to Jersey, the island, or we could be, that is closer. But I'm assuming, are we staying in America?
It is a U.S. or a North American road trip. So
okay, does it say North American in the question? You can't drive to Jersey. It doesn't matter.
Yes. I think that's got to be the...
Yeah, it's got to be Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm making this more complicated.
Yeah, the quick note...
Greg, I see. Greg, I have the same confusion as you.
Yeah.
It is a road trip. So
worth keeping in mind that you cannot easily drive realistically.
The island of Jersey, yes.
Yeah, too much. The ferries would be ridiculous. All right, so that was number 7. Yes, so stop this is where it's going to get a little tricky, I think. Note where stop.
Greg, it's series premiere, not season premiere.
All right. So stop 8. Note where stop 7 ranks in population in its own state. You head to the easternmost state that you haven't already visited on this road trip. So not New York and not North Carolina. To a fast food restaurant whose most popular menu item is a taco. The founder of that restaurant has a middle name that is the same as a primary Sesame Street character. In that state, you head to the city who ranks in the same position its state that the city in I'm sorry, the wording is so in that state. You head to the city who ranks in the same position its state that the city in Stop 7 ranked in its own state. For example, if Stop 7 was the 5th most populous city in Alaska,
I got it. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. I need a second to process this. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still processing it, and I read it out loud.
Dallas is the 3rd largest city in Texas. Okay, so let me get that part out of the way. 3rd. Write that down so I don't forget. Okay, go back to. I'm sorry. What about tacos?
You head to the easternmost state that you haven't already visited, to a fast food restaurant whose most popular menu item is a taco.
So wait, okay. Let me think about this. Because I mean, Taco Bell's most popular item is a taco, and I'm sure Maine, which is the easternmost state I guess Alaska too, but I'm sure there's like a Taco Bell in Maine. That doesn't make any sense as a question. Oh man. Okay. Is there? What was the next part of that question?
The founder of that restaurant has a middle name that is the same as a primary Sesame Street character.
So Glenn Bell founded Taco Bell, which is why it's called Taco Bell. His middle name is William, and that's not a primary Sesame Street character.
Okay.
So it's not it's not Taco Bell. I feel like this is a trap.
I think it is. Let me try reading you this question again.
Thank you.
Note where Stop 7 ranks in population in its own state. So where does... Okay.
3rd.
You head to the easternmost state that you haven't visited already on this trip. But it's... Oh, also Alaska. You haven't been to Alaska. Alaska's technically the most easternmost state, but we're not going to talk about that. But it's not Alaska. I think. Probably not.
So complicated.
That you haven't already visited. In that state, you head to the city who ranks in the same position its state that the city in Stop 7 ranked in its own state.
I feel like there's a grammar mistake there, but okay.
You head to the city who ranks in the same position I should say in its state that the city in Stop 7 ranked in its own state.
Chains that sell tacos. 13 of the best fast food tacos. You know what? I'm gonna try this. So we got Taco Bell,
mm-hmm.
Jack in the Box, Jack in the Box tacos. Okay, the Del Taco, Taco Bell, Del Taco, Chipotle. No, okay, it's not Chipotle.
It's burritos.
Taco Bell, Chipotle. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead. Grill, founded by Steve Ells, does not appear to have a middle name on Wikipedia.
No middle name.
So I'm going to assume it's not him. Del Taco was founded by 2 people, so it's probably not that. Burger King sells tacos, but I don't think Burger King I don't think has what do you call it? I mean, it has tacos, but it's not their biggest item.
Sure.
And they're awful for those that have never had it. Jack in the Box. Oh, Robert Oscar Peterson.
Hey, Oscar. That's a name that sounds familiar.
So, okay. So what am I doing with Jack in the Box?
Absolutely nothing.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's just some fun trivia.
Oh, cool. It's a good use of my time.
So
Okay,
you're looking.
wait. Let me think about this.
Okay.
I'm going to try to work out what we're trying to go for here. I feel like we're missing something here.
I think maybe the only reason Jack in the Box is important is it's a way to confirm this city. Like maybe this city only has a Jack in the Box. If I had to guess.
No, you know what? So Jack in the Box, for those of you who live on the western part of the country, it's not a national chain. Jack in the Box is regional. I'm willing to bet, like you guys have Whataburger and you got In-N-Out Burger and you got
We have Jack in the Box, yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
Okay.
You guys have Carl's Jr., we have Hardee's.
Right.
Could it be like the easternmost state that has a Jack in the Box?
That might be a workaround, so maybe you just need to do a full
There's
US
no way
search.
there's a Jack in the Box in Maine. Is what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
That's
Let me go to Jack in the Box's website and see if there's like an obvious easternmost state. Because Maine doesn't make any sense here for the like just because.
Oh yeah, let's go down to Jack in the Box and get a Jack Potty Pack.
I don't think anybody in Maine sounds like that.
You don't think that's what they sound like in Maine?
No, not at all. Okay, so the easternmost state that has a Jack in the Box that we have not visited appears to be South Carolina.
Okay.
And I might be reading this totally wrong.
I mean, I honestly, Jason will say I don't know what state we're looking for. I know the name of the city and that's it.
Okay, well, the third largest city in South Carolina, pardon me, is North Charleston. Is that what I'm looking for?
You are looking for North Charleston.
Thank you, God. Okay.
Congratulations.
I found North Charleston. That's
so the
wild.
Jack in the Box is not totally unhelpful.
Oh, okay. Jay Below says there was an email sent out announcing that there was a typo. It's supposed to be the easternmost state that has a location of that restaurant. Thank you.
Yeah, that would have been very helpful.
Because like, what else could it have? Why am I being asked about Jack in the Box or anywhere? And what does that have to do with me?
Yeah, that's tough.
Okay.
That's a tough one. All right.
My goodness.
We're almost there. Stop number 9.
Okay.
If you're in the right city and stop number 8, you're in a two-word city, North Charleston. Yes, I'm looking at the answers. A major interstate leaves North Charleston heading northwest. Take that interstate northwest from North Charleston until it ends. That city is stop 9.
Okay. So that's that's I-26. And that would have told me right there that Maine is wrong because let's be real. Like,
yeah, Jay Blow just pointed that out, or you could have skipped that part and read the first part of step 9 to confirm.
So Interstate 26 ends in Kingsport, Tennessee.
All right, that is correct. Kingsport, Tennessee. All right, onto the last stop of this really wild road trip. Take the letter of the alphabet that the city in stop 9 begins with and assign it a number based on its position in the alphabet.
It's 11. Got it.
Your trip ends at a U.S. national park. When comparing each U.S. national park's total area, you'll stop at the one whose rank is the same as the number you assigned the city in stop 9. So the 11th largest national park by area.
By area. Got it. I like it. I love questions like this. That's the entire point. But OMG. Okay, North listed national parks of the United States by area. I guess my favorite national park is
the Arch. Yeah.
The Arch, which is ridiculous. Okay, so Wrangell, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. Is it the Grand Canyon?
It is, in fact, the Grand Canyon National Park. You have done it, Jason. You've completed the road trip and only taken 3 years off your own life.
I honestly feel like I might have. That was bravo to whoever on our team wrote that question, but I hate you now.
That took you 13 minutes and 40 seconds.
That's
so
13 minutes of my life that I'm never getting back.
With some guidance, I mean, you really didn't need too much help along the way. A lot of those you had really quickly.
Jack in the Box question was ridiculous.
Yeah, the
I
typo
understand why they
definitely.
need to clarify there.
Yeah, the typo definitely.
And J-Lo for pointing out that there was a clarifier there.
Yeah, thank you for that, J-Lo. That helps. That debuted their season is tricky, I think. Oh yes, that's still discussing the Real Housewives question, which I can definitely see having some issues with you with.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The difference in terminology of season or series and beginning a season to like premiering a season also can be a little confusing. So every time we have a question that's a little hard, we are more aware of how to write them better in the future. So thank you for sticking with us, and just know that we are always learning and improving our question writing, I'd say.
True. Are there any other questions in the chat? Do I dare ask?
Yeah, are there? All right. So unless anyone else right now has any other shorter questions from, say, this last trivia hunt, this will probably be where we wrap it up. J-Blo, nope, that's something else. No, J-Blo says, I don't believe so. So there's that. But yeah, don't forget that there's another trivia hunt that you can buy tickets for right now. It's on June 26th. You can get tickets at sporcle.com/trivia hunt. Get a team together. You've seen how quickly we just blew through like the largest question in the whole last pack, 13 minutes. So there you go. Drop the thing.
Just I can't be on your team.
And speaking of question packs, don't forget to check us out. Sporcle Party Trivia, Sporcle Party Live tomorrow at noon Western Pacific, noon Pacific time. We're going to be playing a new pack. I believe this is the 20. Oh, it's U.S. Geography. So there we go.
If you were going to say 2010s, anything that has not been written yet.
Not written yet. That was my mistake. I was thinking about another pack that
I am theoretically working on that as we speak.
I think I was thinking of 2000s in review, maybe.
Yeah, no, I'm the U.S. Geography pack was written by yours truly. It's a fun one, especially good for those of you who may have kids or younger, less enthusiastic trivia players. So keep that in mind. And I'm also working on another pack right now I think it's going to be a free bonus pack once it's done for those of you who have the app downloaded.
So yeah, follow us on Twitch. Of course, give us a follow, give us a subscription if you can, because that really helps us out, really helps us produce more content like this. If you enjoy just watching a couple goofballs talk about trivia and make crab jokes. And I think with that, we're about ready to sign off. So for all of us here at Sporcle, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time after the next trivia hunt, probably.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
All right. Bye-bye.
Aaron, have a good one. Peter,
too,
I know you're only listening. Have a good one.
Peter, if you can hear us, bye.